highlighted in the exhibit have left what we call spatial racism, but they've also left us diseased with racism. So if you look like me, it's in you. And the journey that we're on together is to understand it. The bad news is a journey that never ends. There are no awards, and it's wrought with humility and tears and a lot of listening.
They call the riots. I never really looked at it as a riot. I remember having this discussion that says, when the people in the area don't own the property, they don't own the CVS's, the Walmarts, or they don't own the grocery stores, it's hard to make them feel like they're tearing up their own property because it's like, well, we're not getting hired in this place, we're not getting jobs in this place, nobody's allowing us to come into that place. Matter of fact, you got bulletproof windows up, so you speak to us like we're animals outside of that place, but we still give you our money. It's hard to get them to understand that they're tearing up their own place because there is no ownership. So when you have those things happen concerning race and how it intersects with housing, it's hard to sit back and imagine myself looking and living next to somebody that looks different than me when they've got a certain different privilege than I do. Money keeps going downtown, and it's like, yeah, it's great. The businesses are coming downtown. It's great you have all 4 teams downtown, but the flood of what you're going to get is like, they worry, am I going to even have access to downtown? It's like now, it's like, am I going to have access to downtown, or everybody on the outline, outside of Detroit, who never really came into Detroit, are they going to have full access to downtown, leaving us on the outside once again? It's like, but I've been here. It's like I've explored downtown before it was downtown the way it's looking now. It's like, yeah, when Tiger Stadium was on Michigan Ave, and when the Lions were playing in the Silver Dome, it's like I was downtown, and a lot of them talk about that. It's like I was downtown in that area. Now Midtown, what used to be Cass Corridor, now it's called Midtown. It's like for real. So it's like we really have lost something else, and you got these nice little quaint boutiques that pop up. But it's like, what did you do with the people in that area when you tore down that projects? Where did they go? Along Jefferson, along the waters, you got these high-rise condos, whatever. But those people on the east side of Detroit around it, they can't afford that. And you're walling it off and putting a little plaza and grocery store. It's like, those are things that are all nice, but the people that's been living in those areas, they feel excluded. Like, I don't have access to that. I can't afford it. I can't pay $1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom. It looks nice, it's on the water, but it's not even built for me. It's like, no longer am I being, so it's like, yeah, this, gentrification is nice, but people have seen what has happened in other states. I've got friends in New York, Harlem and Brooklyn and all that, but they talk about Harlem Heights. They like Harlem Heights, they call it now. It's such a nice name, but it was Harlem, to them. And now they call it Harlem Heights. And then, when you look at what happened in New Orleans, it's like you got people, when that Hurricane Katrina, they can't even go back to that neighborhood because the houses that's built over there, they can't afford it. It's not for them. That's not their community anymore. So they're losing a sense of themselves. They're losing a sense of family. And a lot of people, when they see the downtown being built up, they're like, what about, and where's that money going to go to the outside neighborhoods that really need help? Because they're like, downtown's been downtown. It's been fine. It's like, yeah, you're bringing stuff. Cool, you got people flying in and coming in. We don't want to go downtown. But on the outside, it's like, we're still starving. We still got high crime rates. We still not showing up. When we're asking for it, it's a lot of different things that they see, and it's like, it's great. But gentrification is just, to me, it's like another, word for saying that you're stealing property.
How many people would trade their race in to be black? Raise your hand.
Right.
Now you see black people didn't even raise their hand. White people didn't raise their hand. My hand, the only hand up. And I just did that to motivate somebody else. But as we know that it's humorous, that's reality.
That's reality.
It's absolute reality. Nobody would exchange their skin color. But then we have people who will believe in a werewolf, a chupacabra, vampire, before they believe racism to